As I've been having my spiritual awakening, I've been sharing my story as guided by God, the Most High God, creator of all things. And God is so funny. As I as I evolve and as I ascend and awake, it finally made sense. It I was able to put the pieces together, and now I'm a mandated reporter for the Most High God, and it makes sense now why I had to go and start speaking about the things that were happening in the spiritual realm, with the family that I was born into, and then how it all coincides, right? So, my mission here is to be able to bring to light these demonic secret societies, corrupt political systems, and karmic families, right? And then because that is my mission, I had to go through the experience of surviving a karmic family, being targeted by secret societies, and corrupt political injustice systems that are not working to the best of humanity. And so, with that, it all coincides now. And then now, my mission here is to be able to share with humanity as I am mandated to report to the Most High and to be able to do these things. That's what I am here to do. And so, because God delivered me from this, um, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And I am honored to be able to say that God delivered me from a karmic family. God delivered me from this demonic secret society. And God is delivering me from these corrupt political systems and judicial systems that are not working towards the best of humanity, right? And um, shout out to the high vibrational Masons and Eastern Stars. Don't take this personally. I am doing my job. I work for the Most High God, and it's my job to expose the demonic forces in this world. And if you have a problem with that, go ahead and speak to God. So, yeah. So, again, we got to go back to the beginning because now it makes sense. Since I was raised by a karmic family who was involved with secret societies, right? Unbeknownst to me at that time. And God delivered me from it. Now I have to talk about how these karmic families work and how these secret societies work because I went through it, right? And God delivered me from it. Hence why I'm still living today. So it starts a lot with like the seven deadly sins, right? So these families usually carry the seven deadly sins, and they are infiltrated by the enemy, which is why it's easy for them to unite with these secret societies and do this prohibited practices of dark magic and ancient magic that is not to be used, right? And so the way that they operate is by breaking your spirit to the point that you either end up in a mental institution or you end up taking yourself out, right? And the purposes for them doing these things is for money, fame, social status, and to gain a position in these societies. And these dark societies, like let's say the Masonic group, which they came in with this little butter knife. And I have an Ace of Swords, honey. Like, Who are you going up against? Because God is here. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, moving right along. That was my personal 2 cents into that, but we're gonna move right along, right? So, what I experienced um, in this karmic family, and let's define karmic, right? Karmics are people who, lifetime after lifetime, choose to not grow, to not change, to not heal, right? And they end up being diabolical lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And then what happens is, because they continue to have the same patterns, to do evil things, right? They lose parts of their souls little by little, little by little, little by little, lifetime after lifetime, lifetime after lifetime. And then at this point, in the times that we're in now, this was basically their last chance to atone with the Most High God and do something different. And I was basically a reflection of everything that they needed to become, or everything that they weren't, right? And it had nothing to do with material things. It had nothing to do with money, fame, social status. It had to do with the internal being. It had to do with the type of person you are inside, having a kind heart, being loving, caring, genuine, authentic, having purity in your soul, not being envious of other. And because these families, because I'm not the only person that's gone through this, there's a lot of people like me who unfortunately either didn't make it, or are right now consumed in addictions, or in a way of living such as like being on the streets, doing things with their bodies, even in jail right now, because they were not able to heal, right? They forgot their mission. They forgot to find themselves. And with that, the enemy consumed them, which is why we're attacked so much as a child and as an adult. Because once we wake up to our power, to who we really are, and we end up waking up our bloodline and raising our vibration, the Most High God steps in. And like I said before, who is going to go up against the Most High God? It doesn't, there's like, God is the creator of all things, the earth, the heavens, all the gods, the angels, all of that. He created it all. Well, let's move right along, because I'm just my personal reasons. It just doesn't add up to me, like what these people think. It moving along, right? So they're karmics, and they will do certain rituals to break your spirit. So you either become like them, or you end up going mentally crazy, or taking yourself out, right? And as much as I don't like to speak about the rituals that were done to me, and it took me 36 years to realize that was what was happening with me. God had to literally isolate me and reveal it to me. Once I started healing, like once I started choosing myself, then God came through. This is something that we have to expose, or that I have to expose. Well, it's my job. And two, it's going to bring awareness, so that others could see and understand that these things are still being practiced all around the world, and that we have to raise our awareness about it so that we can change. And so maybe if there are people out there that went through something similar, or are going through something similar now, maybe they could identify with the details of the story and be able to say, hey, this sounds a lot like what I'm going through, or what I went through. Maybe there's a different path that I need to take. And so that's the whole purpose of this mission, to raise awareness